next 2 books in the series on young mental health and anxiety will be out in the course of the next 1 year. But today we are here to mark the publication of the first book, and we are particularly happy that 4 of the contributors who've shared their very personal, powerful stories are also here with us today. So Swarnima, Deepa, Subrata and Anand are here, and they'll be sharing their stories, and they'll be in conversation with the wonderful co-authors of the book, Arpita and Amrita.
Understandable. We really want to start this evening by thanking you all for showing up. We are able to talk about some of these issues more openly than before. I think that we do have a long way to go, and partly the idea behind this series and working with Arpita on the first book, the sort of driving force of bringing contributors to share their first-hand stories of dealing with depression, anxiety, and how they've their journey to healing. We're all trying to sort of normalize the conversation, much as we dislike the word normalize. But we do think that it is important for all of us to have these conversations, not just from a podium like this, but at home, in our families, in our homes, with our friends, with our peers. And I suppose one of the overarching messages we have this evening is that what people are going through, whatever you're going through, just know that you're not alone, that help is available, that there are resources, and we're happy to note that we've shared a bunch of them in this book on the website as well. The other important thing to note is that the overarching mission of the Health Collective and the Mindscape series is really to tell these stories from an India lens and to create a safe space for these conversations to flourish. It's not always easy to do given the kind of dynamics we see today, but I think very important for us and for our contributors that we all respect that spirit. They've shared very openly, very courageously in the hope that their stories will help someone else. And first-person stories really, Arpita, have that kind of power, don't they? I mean, I'm going to start by asking you why you thought it was important to be part of this project. And our relationship goes back to 15 years when I first started interviewing you for CNN IBN as a news channel was known then. But why did you think it was an important project to be part of?
Well, I think, to begin with, the initiative that the Health Collective has taken to, get some of our contributors to talk about the first-person accounts, I think that was a very moving initiative because it's not very easy to talk about that. Very often, I think we find it difficult to talk about the simplest of things openly because of the fear of being judged or just, definitely with mental illness. There's very little awareness about it. So to be able to open up and talk about those experiences are very difficult, and I thought that this was a very, very powerful way to put out the right kind of messages to people to help them understand what specifically with the beginning of the series on depression. The first thing that we need to understand is how common depression actually is, and it's one thing for maybe you and I, we've made our attempts, but it's one thing for you and I or any one of us to have conversations about mental health and about depression and talk about that. But if I talk about it, I talk about it anonymously and talk about someone who has depression. There's no name, there's no face. It's very difficult to identify with an account or a person. But when we have our contributors and they'll be up here to talk about their own experiences, it's so powerful. And I thought that was that was like a driving force for me to participate, because as a psychologist, with the work that I've done, my attempt also has been to create awareness, to attempt to remove the stigma associated with mental health. But I know that, any one of us can't do it alone. Not you as a journalist, not me alone as a psychologist, but I thought it was a wonderful initiative where we could join hands to make this difference. So